Good morning, guys, and welcome to the video. Today I'm going to take you through a full day of hybrid training, and today I'm lifting and running all within one day. I just wrapped up a couple training sessions this morning. I'm going to go for a morning run, and then later in the video I'm going to take you through a full strength training session and just take you along for some of the food that I'm eating and everything I'm doing today. And typically I don't lift and run on the same day. Being a husband, being a father of 3 boys, being a business owner, I typically don't have time in my schedule to split those two things up and run and lift on every day. Today, I have that opportunity, and in the month of July, I have a ton of clients out of town, so I'm kind of just taking advantage of that, and it's actually a beautiful morning for a run. So I'm going to take you along for the run and show you what I'm doing to warm up and properly prime my body before a run. Before that, I want to show you what I've had so far this morning. So typically, I like to have something in my stomach when I run. Usually, it's something pretty light, so I started the morning off with one protein bar. They recently changed the look and a little bit of the texture and the taste of these. I'm still on the fence if I like these or not, but lately my wife has been getting me on the Aloha protein bar kick, which they're super good and they're a lot less processed. So if I end up liking those, I'll definitely be showing those in future videos. And then also have had 1 serving of our FitGrind Pink Starburst electrolytes, especially for lifting and running today, just in order to perform and make sure that we're avoiding any sort of decrease in performance, making sure that I take 1 serving of this. I'll probably end up doing another serving after the run. I'm somebody that typically sweats a lot, but that just helps keep up performance. And if you're somebody that trains hard, water's not going to be enough to hydrate. You need to make sure you're having the correct balance of potassium, magnesium, and sodium to balance out your electrolyte levels and just to keep your performance high. Like I said, I rarely get to lift and run in the same day, so we're gonna take advantage of it today, enjoy it. It's a nice crisp morning, so we're gonna warm up and then we'll hop into our run.
You stole my heart of gold after my silver soul. Can you dig any deeper now? I gave you all I own, put you on this golden throne, but I'm a little stronger now. You cashed in on my promises, you know I'm too generous. Now I've learned to never help you out, 'cause I'm done cleaning up your mess. Found myself in my regrets. I've become a little stronger now, a little stronger now. You know I'm too generous. Now I've learned to never help you out.
All right, so I just got back home, finished up that morning run. Overall, it was a beautiful run. It was 60 degrees. Here in Nebraska, it's been pretty warm lately, so, you know, running midday when I typically run, I'm running in like 80, 90 degree weather and it just zaps you. So these early morning runs just hit different. I was super excited to go for this run this morning. Like I said, it was 60 degrees, so I couldn't pass that up when I had the opportunity. I ran just a little over 5 miles, so 5.39 miles, 44 minutes, 47 seconds at an 8:18 average pace. Overall, just get a nice, easy run, just enjoying the miles and enjoying the views. And as the sunshine kind of started to rise in the morning, it was really overall a beautiful run. So I ran back home quick. We live like a mile away from our gym, which is perfect, especially in between training sessions. I can come back, get some, eat real quick midday if I need to, or hop in the shower quick or have to go back and do a couple more training sessions. But post-run, I'm doing my favorite thing to drink. I have 1 scoop of our pink Starburst electrolytes and then 1 scoop of our greens. Our electrolytes are currently out. Greens are going to be coming out this fall, so if you'd like to check those out, make sure you head over to figuregrindformula.com. I'll leave the link in the comments in the description below if you want to check it out, support the brand. If not, no worries. I'm also going to have some breakfast. So before the run, I had that protein bar and a scoop of electrolytes. For breakfast, I'm going to have some eggs, some toast, and some fruit. So we're going to eat this up, and then I'm going to head back to the gym. We got some more personal training sessions, and then later in the video, we're going to go through a shoulder and arm workout, focusing on building strength and building muscle.
Sends me to the peak without no regret. You got no love without no love. You got no regret without no regret. You got no love. A melody where I belong in this life.
So I just wrapped up a couple personal training sessions. Now we're going to hop into my strength aspect of the workout today. Like I said, I typically don't run and lift on the same day. Today it just worked out that way. Later in the video, I'm going to talk about, what is hybrid training? Do you need to lift and run every single day, and how I kind of structure things? But today it just works out that I have time. Like I said, I have some clients out of town. I have a little bit extra time today, and I can do those things. But it doesn't mean that because you're training like a hybrid athlete, you have to run and lift every single day. So we're going to hop into a shoulder and arm workout. I'm going to take through the entire workout, show you all the sets, the reps. This is going to be more of a hypertrophy-based workouts where we're going to be doing some pre-exhaustion, doing some heavy eccentric reps, and really just trying to force our shoulders and our arms to grow. So I'll do a voice over the workout. Let's hop into it. So the first thing I started off with in this workout was a primer. And the goal of this is to get some blood flow, get the pump, and build that mind-muscle connection so that when you start your first working set, you're ready to go. So I did a single arm tricep push-down kickback type movement with a dumbbell curl. On these, I did 4 sets, anywhere from 10 to 12 reps. Still trying to use challenging weights, especially by that 4th set. I want to make sure we're pretty close to muscle failure. With this kickback, I do it a little bit differently, so it's not a straight up and down push-down, kind of angle forward a little bit. So you're blending a kickback and a push-down together. And that really helps light up your long head of your tricep, which is that big back part of the tricep that's really going to create some mass. And then supersetting it with dumbbell curls. Again, just supinating each rep, squeezing the bicep as hard as you can on each rep. After that, went to a close grip bench press and a barbell curl superset. So with these, trying to go heavy and overload the biceps and the triceps. So I did sets of 6 to 8, and I tried to control the eccentric on the close grip bench press and really focus on a good, strong lockouts. And the barbell curl, again, going heavy, 6 to 8 reps. Use a little momentum if you need to get it up to use a little bit heavier weight, and then control it down. And that's really going to place that emphasis on the biceps and triceps. And I've talked about this in previous videos that you can't just isolate and do a bunch of high reps and drop sets and all these intensity techniques and not get any stronger and expect your arms to grow. So these are 2 really good movements so you can focus on getting stronger. One thing I will say on the close grip bench press is don't go any closer than shoulder width. That's where you're going to get the most tricep activation without starting to get into your wrist and your elbow. And the barbell curl, again, using a little momentum, but limit it to get that up. After that, I went to a tricep superset. So doing a tricep push down with a dumbbell overhead extension. With these both being tricep movements, each set's going to get a little more fatigued to where first set might start off too bad, but by that second, third set, you might start reaching muscle failure. So like I said, start off 10 to 12 reps, keep it heavy on the tricep push down, and then go over, find a dumbbell and do 10 to 12 overhead extensions. With this, kind of working the entire tricep, getting overhead, getting a good stretch on your triceps. And by the end of 3 sets of this, your arm should be super pumped up. Just a really good intensity technique to mix a tricep and a tricep together to cause more muscle breakdown. And then also doing a bicep superset. So supersetting an incline dumbbell curl with a hammer curl. And with this, the incline curl really focuses on keeping your shoulders back, not allowing yourself to punch forward into shoulder flexion. That's going to target that long head of your bicep. Is going to help you build bigger biceps. So you don't just want to do all your curls right down by your side. You want to change up the angles. And then using the same weight, standing right up and going into 10 to 12 dumbbell hammer curls. Just pumping some blood into the bicep. This is also going to work your brachialis and your forearm muscles, which is also just going to give your biceps a larger appearance. And by the end of 3 sets, again, your biceps should be toast, arm should be finished, and you should be ready to get into some shoulder work. What I did was I tried to go as many reps as I could together in that 10 to 12 rep range, and if I needed to, I would alternate to get up to that 10 to 12 rep range on each set, just to really just take it totally to muscle failure. And then shoulder volume wasn't too high. I just did 3 sets of a tricep. So I did a bent over rear delt fly, standing dumbbell lateral raise, and a standing dumbbell front raise. And I just kept the weights the same. So I did 10 reps where I'm just going straight to the side and working the back of the shoulders. After you get 10 of those, stand up, use the same weights, do 10 lateral raises where you're just throwing those dumbbells right to the side. And then after you get 10 of those, doing 10 front raises. Typically, when I start with arms, I'll do a little lower volume on shoulders, and then my other day where I hit shoulders and arms throughout the week, I'll start with shoulders, do more volume, and then have a little lower volume on arms. Just a good way that you can kind of structure things to specifically train the given muscle on that given day, give more effort to it, and then still target your shoulders, like I'm hitting them second here, but still be able to target them, but not having to go through this like hour-and-a-half long workout while also tacking a run on top of it. That's just not going to lead to the progress that you want. So 3 sets, 10 on each of those. So like I said earlier, I think a big misconception about hybrid training is that you have to lift and run every single day. Or that, hey, Jordan, I don't have time to delegate 3 hours to working out every single day. And I don't think that you have to lift and run every single day to train in a hybrid style. And hybrid training, I've talked about this before, is just saying that you're mixing conditioning and strength training into your program. And say that you want to lift a little more, you can structure most of your workouts around strength training, but still do a little conditioning. Or say that, hey, you want to sign up for a half marathon or a marathon, then that running is going to take a little more priority in your training, but you still need to strength train, you still need to lift and try and build muscle. Or maybe you want to have an equal balance of both. That's kind of where I'm at with a little bit more emphasis on strength training right now, just because I'm trying to put on some size and some muscle. But eventually I will get back into a prep for a half marathon and eventually someday a full marathon. So you can structure it however it looks for you. The main thing is just have conditioning and have strength training in your program, whether that's lifting and running, whether that's lifting and biking, whether that's lifting and rowing or lifting and swimming. Like whatever cardio you like, do it, whatever you can be consistent with and whatever you somewhat enjoy. That's going to help you stay with the program. It's going to help you enjoy this style of workouts a lot more, and it's going to help you make more progress over time because you're not forcing the workout. You're trying to force lifting and running every day, because if that's something that you do and you don't have time for it, you're not being really strategic with your nutrition, you're going to overtrain and you're not going to see the results that you want to. Doing more is not always necessarily better. So hybrid training doesn't mean that you have to lift and run every day. I want to make that point very clear. This just happens to be a day where I have time to do so. I'm going to take advantage of it, but my calories are adjusted up on days that I lift and I run. That's a big emphasis, that hybrid training, you need to eat to fuel your body, and if you're not fueling your body properly, you're not going to be able to give the effort that you want in your workouts. You're not going to be able to recover the way that you want to from your workouts, and eventually you're just going to burn out and you're not going to be able to stick with it. So I'm going to show you my post-workout meal after this, and I'll show you what I'm eating after the workout, again, to fuel my body to help recover so that tomorrow I can come in, because that grind never stops. All right, so post-workout meal, we are doing some sweet potato and some ground beef. Also gonna have some watermelon. So, couple tips is training like a hybrid athlete, especially if you're lifting and running on the same day. You need to fuel your body. You need to eat enough food. You're gonna feel like you're constantly eating, but you need to structure your diet around enough protein, enough carbs, enough fat so that you can recover from workout to workouts so that you can give the effort and the intensity that you need to make progress. So typically, someone is training in a hybrid style, what I'll do is I'll increase their carbohydrates, depending on how much they're running, how much they're lifting, but you're gonna wanna structure your diet around good solid carbohydrate sources like potatoes, rice, whole grain breads, oatmeal, stuff like that. That's gonna be a good fuel source for your body. And then also making sure that you're eating enough protein. So things like chicken, beef, fish, eggs, protein powders, protein bars, some dairy products too as well. That's gonna help you repair and regrow your muscle tissue. So, like I said, main takeaway from the video today is you can train in a hybrid style without lifting and running every single day. If you wanna lift and you wanna run and you have time to do so every single day, you can, but don't feel like you have to. Don't feel like you have to run and lift every day to train in this hybrid style. You can still see great results from training 3, 4, 5, 6 days a week, and just structure your program however your goals and according to your goals, depending on if you want to lift more or if you want to run more. So if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. I'm gonna leave a couple other videos to go watch on the screen here next. Make sure you check those out, and I'll see you guys in the next one.